What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode. We're back. As always, we have an amazing individual above me, to the side of me, somewhere around here. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Marlon, and I serve in the United States Navy. I'm actually a reservist for the U.S. Navy. I've been here for 8 years.
Awesome, sweet. So working with the Navy, and brings me to the first question. What was the reason that you signed up for the Navy?
Well, actually, I just had like a couple like issues back at home. I guess like college wasn't really my route at the time, so I was kind of lost, and I did. So like when I went to college, I just typically didn't want to go like the normal route where like most high schoolers go towards like after they graduate. Most of them tend to go to college, but I made the decision to enlist in the Navy and the military because I want to go out and travel and see different things. I want to explore and pretty much go on an adventure. That's just what I am. That's who I am. That's just what fits my ambitious personality.
Definitely. So you mentioned that you went to that you listed after high school. So did you take a college class right away, or was it?
Yeah. So this is what happened. Well, for me, so I did sign up for a city college in San Francisco, but that didn't work out. So when I got back home, I kind of felt like I did not want to continue just continue to go to school. So I wanted to do something entirely different, and I think I thought that the military was my calling at the time. So that's why I enlisted, and that's why I wanted to sign up. I've seen all these videos of the military people growing up, especially on TV and the commercials. I was like, oh, I definitely want to serve my country, and I definitely want to be a part of that. It sounds really cool and amazing.
Definitely, like you want to give back to that the nation. Yeah, you could say.
Exactly.
Awesome. And then when you signed up, I'm not too familiar with how all this works. So when you sign up, do you sign for the Navy? Do you sign for the Army? Could you run that process down for us?
Yeah. So there are different types of branches. I think most are very familiar with the Army. I'm gonna just state all the branches: Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marines, and Coast Guard. And right now there's a new branch. I don't think many are familiar with the newest addition, which is the Space Force, which is part of the Air Force branch.
Gotcha.
But, yeah, for me, I chose the Navy because I like to I just heard many good just good traveling options with the Navy. They have many more ports in terms of in comparison to different branches. So I thought the Navy would be a good fit for me.
Different opportunity, you can say.
Yeah. So yes. So each branch has their different different mission, but ultimately we do have the same mission, but each branch has their specific purpose. Armies is mostly on land, and air sometimes, and also Navy's for mostly at sea, and Air Forces in the air and so on.
Right, that's pretty cool. It's like yeah, it looks cool. It's cool that you have different branches you can go off to, so there's always something for y'all to do, it sounds.
Yeah. There's a tradition with each different branch. Each branch has their own culture. As from what I can say, because I can see that each branch has different ethos almost, and but ultimately yes, we do have fight for the same purpose basically, which is to defend America and to protect its allies and its assets.
Definitely teaches you how to I guess you can say like be loyal and
Yeah,
trustworthy to
so
others.
yeah, it can help you become more disciplined and independent as well. When I was coming out, well, basically when I enlisted, I was pretty much like I went from like a teenager to like an adult. I pretty much enlisted as an adult. I was 18 at the time, so yeah, time flew by like really quickly. But yeah, that's when I enlisted when I was 18, pretty much after high school.
Interesting. And I know a lot of people that similar with your path. I would say that school is generally not the route that they would go to. So they would join the military, they'll join the army because it catches their eye. There's something there's traveling, and there's a lot of hands-on learning, you could say.
Yeah. So it's so the military, like that's a big decision to make, and it's a tough one too, because like you can watch all these videos about the military, it all looks cool, like in the like in the front page, whatever fabrication they need to make the military look good. But the thing is, like you gotta understand like what goes like behind the scenes. Like there's tons of hard work, and there's definitely a lot of discipline. There's definitely a lot of like opportunities, there's a lot of there's definitely like a lot of pros and cons with joining the military. So it really takes like a person to commit to that.
Very true.
To be honest, I'm sorry, but for me, to be honest, I think in my life it was probably one of my best decisions I've made. So
definitely, that's awesome. And you mentioned that it takes a lot. It breaks it down. You can say there's a saying that people would tell me that diamonds are built from hard and intense grinding, and I'm pretty sure that's probably something you've heard too.
Yes, I did heard something like that, but like in a different phrase or something like that. But most definitely, we do straight away from like boot camp, when I enlisted, that's what they tend to do. They kind of like break you down from like whatever from whoever you were in your civilian life, and they break you down to kind of mold you into the type of like soldier or sailor or airman they need in the military to make you guys more effective. But right now the military is trying to like they have been for a while, they're trying to implement different types of like backgrounds and education and so on and so forth to ultimately build a better military to protect all of us.
That's true. And you mentioned something like I didn't really think about, that the military trained people very similarly, even though they come from all walks of life. Some come from a very poor neighborhood, some come from wealthy. It's all walks of life, and I'm pretty sure you met a lot of people. Go on.
Yes. So believe it or not, like I met some amazing people in the military, and I can also say I'm not trying to fabricate it, but also I did meet some people who are like kind of not so but I met people who were just like like really amazing, like you wouldn't believe like they would be in the military, but they just so happen to choose that path because like maybe they're just doing it because they want to continue on their family legacy. Maybe someone has like just a pure military family, or someone just wanted to do it because of honor, someone wants to do it because of traveling, someone might want to do it just for benefits. But that's what so that's what the military is. It's kind of like a really big melting pot, and that's what represents America in the military, because it just consists of like all people from different walks of life, and that's what makes it amazing, because you get to see things from like a different perspective, and that's what makes it very very innovative at the same time, because you do get people's like different views and things like that.
Definitely. I remember watching a film. I don't remember the name of the film, though. They treat, from what I saw and what the movie showed, that they treat everyone the same. You start at the bottom, and then eventually you work your way up. Would you say that's accurate?
Yeah, that's very typical of what happens in boot camp. They want to kind of break you down from what you were in your civilian life, like maybe you're like a rock star or something, and sometimes like they cannot have like that type of ego or mentality, get in the way of work, especially like especially when you need to get things done, like how can you cooperate with someone who has like an ego problem or something like that, so it's like we're all one same team, one team, one fight, and that's pretty much what it is.
Definitely, you get that when you're fighting for the same thing, you don't see an enemy, you see someone that's
Yeah, exactly. So you're not competing against your buddy, you're kind of, you're working alongside your buddy. And I'm pretty sure many have would have heard this in their lifetime, or probably will. No man is left behind. So definitely would you would definitely have a bigger understanding, when you're in the military, when what that means and what it stands for.
no man behind. That's awesome.
Yeah, you do build a big and great camaraderie when you're in boot camp, and later on in your career in the military.
Definitely. And I remember watching this video too. They talk about people from the Marines, and they talk about people who sign up, that you guys go through very similar things. So even if you meet someone that's a veteran or a retired Navy man, if you just mention that, like, oh, I'm serving for a country, I'm pretty sure you can have whole conversations about similar events that happen.
Oh, are we talking about I'm sorry, can you please repeat that?
I'm pretty sure you've met a lot of individuals that are veterans.
Oh, who served? Yeah.
And you just have conversations, even though you never met this individual, just that you guys served for the country, you guys could connect so well. Would you say that's accurate?
Yes, because it does take one to know one, basically. And when we come across like people who have not served, and we look at their lifestyle and compare it to the lifestyle that military people have, or what we endured, it's there's a big difference. And that brings me back to from transitioning from like military life to civilian life, you'll definitely see that big difference. And only military people can truly like kind of understand that, because we are the ones that experience all that. And so we can definitely connect with those experiences, and that and that's generally what makes us and past veterans or people who are serving click, in that sense, because we generally go through the same or went through the same ordeal.
Did you pick one positive thing that you've gotten out from serving for your country?
Yeah, is well, probably the number one is it is serving the country, and is protecting our individual liberties and our freedom. Here in the U.S., I know for a fact that not a lot of countries have the same liberties and freedoms that we do, and I do not take that for granted. I'll continue fighting and protecting the country if I must do so.
Definitely, our country, even though there's a lot of things that could be better, our country's
of course. Most definitely. This country is not perfect at all, and I know like there's a lot that needs to be that needs to be done and worked on. But I think protecting the people here who makes America great, that's really just the bottom line.
Definitely. If the world is full of great people, if you can't find one, become one.
Yeah, exactly.
And then one final question. What would you say, with your experience, one thing that can improve, that you feel could do that could be better?
Sure. So realistically, I know there's the military is not perfect at all, but there's definitely some flaws, and I believe most of it would be in the just the aspect of like for me, I'm a reservist, so like kind of handling like both military life and also civilian life, it can be kind of difficult. And sometimes you would have to put like two faces on, like you have to put one face, for the military. You got to put one face on for your civilian life. That's pretty much who you are. And having like those different like personalities is kind of difficult to maintain. But there are some good resources out here, for veterans who are experiencing like some type of difficulties, like transitioning from like the military life to, and also towards the civilian life. And they're very helpful and supportive. So that's what I like about it.
Definitely, there's always resources out there, and if you can't find any, from my understanding and what other people have told me,
so like there's a lot of things that the military does, and a lot of things that people would not be like comfortable with at first. It's like being away from my family, but there are resources like within the Navy that that helps you throughout your process of working in the military, to kind of help you out and support your family or your mental and physical and well-being.
Yeah, definitely. You see on the news a lot. There's especially a lot more help now with the mental side, because it's physically draining, physically exhausting, though it's also psychologically exhausting, you can say.
Yes, most definitely. So this is why the military has implemented all these morale organization boosters, like in some sense, like for instance, like recreational activities. We have some barbecues and things like that. We also have chaplain services provided for those who who need it. And there's just a bunch of like great opportunities out there that we definitely get a lot of support from the people here in America, believe it or not, and also from the government, and also like other veterans alike. So we definitely get a lot of support, and that's what we love, and that's what we need. So
yeah, definitely. When things go south, you guys typically are the ones that go fight for us. So why should we not help you guys out to protect our country at the end of
it? Exactly. And we truly appreciate people who do that for us, because when we don't even have like our own best, sometimes like we could just be handling like difficult tasks, and sometimes we just don't have the the aptitude or the mental aptitude or physical aptitude to help us out. So but to have that great support from our people is amazing.
It's all about that community, building trust, that loyalty. At the end of the day, like how you mentioned earlier, being one with each other. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice. So with that being said, this wraps up this episode. Any final words, any motivation to individuals that are interested in joining or just need some help with figuring out what they want to do with life?
Yeah, sure. So, just definitely, don't just jump the gun and, just enlist right away, just based off, what I said, or better yet, like don't even be like scared of or intimidated of what I said, do your research. If you really need some help, the most helpful advice I can give you is to reach out to your local recruiter. Pretty much like every branch has their recruiter, so you can talk to one, and, they can give you information about, like the branches, and service and what they do. But definitely, go out there and do some research. There's a lot of videos out there. There's a lot of like resources out there that you can do, before you enlist. It's a good a deal to to be serving the country. It definitely is, and it has been an honor. I would do it again, if I need to.
Most definitely. We greatly appreciate you joining us. Greatly appreciate you serving for us as well. It's like you mentioned, it's a life decision, because it takes some time out of your life. Though I'm pretty sure you also get some great benefits from it too.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, most definitely. The military does provide a lot of great benefits. So people might have heard, free schooling and things like that. And that is true. I could definitely vouch for that because I am going to school right now as a reservist. So, and that's what I'm using, like my benefits. You do get like healthcare benefits and, life insurance and all that great stuff. It comes in a big package, and that's what's great. The military pretty much has it all, if anything, but it definitely is a lifestyle that can, it takes a tough person mentally, to deal with the military lifestyle. So definitely do your research. To whoever wants to enlist, definitely do your research and reach out to your local recruiter if need be.
Well, there you have it, folks. If you have any questions, just reach out to these individuals. Thank you guys for watching this episode. Really enjoyed recording this. If you like it, leave a like, comment. Have any questions for us just about in general, drop them down. Pass a smile. Stay safe. See you guys next time.
All right, thanks, Mario.